People who make more than $100,000 a year are now grocery shopping at Walmart, and it's giving the chain a major edge over its rivals. So let's get right into this. Let's see. So upper middle class people are still flocking to Walmart for their groceries. Walmart reported its third quarter earnings on Tuesday, delivering a strong performance and raising its guidance for 2023. The big box retailer, which operates 3,500 grocery locations nationwide, saw an 8.2% increase in the same store sales in the quarter. But its grocery gains were even bigger. Food sales saw mid-teens growth. Walmart said growth that appears to have been led by upper middle class shoppers. We've continued to gain grocery market share from households across income demographics, with nearly three-quarters of the share gain coming from those exceeding $100,000 in annual income, John David Rainey, Walmart's chief financial officer, said during the call. It's a trend that began earlier this year. Rainey told CNBC in August that Walmart's market share gains in grocery were primarily driven by shoppers in that income bracket attempting to pinch pennies. Now, though, there are some signs that inflation is finally starting to cool off. Americans' budgets have been strained for months, which has nudged wealthier shoppers away from higher-end grocery chains and toward Walmart aisles. Now, here's the thing. Inflation is not really going to be cooling off, right? I think it's going to get actually worse in the next year or so, like pretty bad. So we're seeing more customers more often. We're seeing them in more categories. Historically, in the last quarter, we do see a lot of new customers who come in via food and consumables, John Furner, CEO of Walmart US, said during the conference call. The typical Walmart customer is middle-aged, white suburban woman with an income of roughly $80,000 per year. According to data from analytics from Numerator, but the brand's low prices and penchant for discounting, or in Walmart parlance, rollbacks, have also hysterically attracted lower income shoppers. Which, by the way, I think the most interesting aspect about Walmart is kind of like the term people watching, where you kind of like just go about your day and you see some of the most random people ever, right? I'm pretty certain I saw someone kinda dressed up somewhat like a ninja that was going to sleep. It was like a really weird situation. And then also you pretty much see like random looking people that look kinda like strippers, but not really. They're kinda homeless, but you never really know. Let's see. Grocery inflation remains especially stubborn. Inflation reached its highest rate since 1981 in June, but has slowly begun to cool. Non-seasonally adjusted food prices rose 10.9% in October compared with the year prior. Though still high, the year-over-year change was lower than the increase in September, according to data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Walmart CEO Doug McMillon noted during the company's earnings call that inflation is being especially stubborn in categories like dry grocery items, leading shoppers across the board to remain price conscious. During a period of time when people are more sensitive to price, it makes sense that they would increase the amount of their wallet that would be coming to Walmart because of value, he said. Walmart noted that shoppers are also turning to Walmart's private label brands to save money, a trend Walmart began noticing earlier this year as shoppers began to feel inflation pressure. Which, by the way, like, nice tip, right? To save like a lot of money, go with the Walmart brand, right? Because you could literally have like a $200 grocery bill get all the way cut down to $100, which is massive savings, right? So what we've seen really for the last 3 years up until quarter one of this year was a flat private brand penetration, not much movement in 19 or 2021. From Reset Tuesday, the trading to private brands from other brands really started in about March of this year. Shoppers traded down the private label versions of dog food, baby products, baking goods, and proteins, Walmart said. It's that focus on low prices that's helping Walmart lure shoppers from all income brackets and report a strong quarter, according to analysis from Susie David Kanyan, principal analyst at Insider Intelligence. Walmart's sharp price point reputation helps the retailer prevail again. David Kanyan wrote, Despite a difficult retail backdrop, mixed economic headlines, ongoing supply chain woes, and consumers continuing to spend on experiences, Walmart's intensification in basics and replenishment goods, especially in grocery, coupled with its ongoing promise to roll back prices, helped the retail giant deliver strong quarterly results. Now let's see some of these comments on this page. So why is soda so expensive? I think these companies are ripping us off. Everything is expensive. Walmart isn't that much cheaper. $150 worth of groceries got me 2 bags too. Well, here's the thing. What on earth are you basically spending to get $150 on 2 bags? Like, that seems crazy to me. Let's see, that makes me wonder what you're putting inside the cart. Ba 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 ba. Okay. Yeah, I don't have a vehicle, so I take a large wagon to grocery shopping. I can fill that thing front to back, side to side, and up over the top for less than $100. My last haul was $96-ish, and I even had to carry a large fabric shopping bag over my shoulder because the wagon was too full. You can assume 99% of the time Walmart has the best price day in and day out. They don't play the fake retail games of most grocery stores. I find their fresh meat overpriced. You can find them cheaper in weekly ads from their competitors. I find it hard to believe Walmart knows the salaries of its customers, and therefore the entire accuracy of this article is questionable. No, I could understand them actually knowing, on average, who ends up actually having a certain level of income, because some of these people might be using something maybe like a Walmart card to save a little bit even more, right? Or get some coupons or deals or whatever, and you probably end up having to plug in more of your information. Where are they supposed to shop? 100K in a nice suburb is just living. What? Look, $100,000 pretty much no matter where you live other than New York and California, you're probably going to do pretty okay. You could probably shop at almost any place, right? That being said, does it make sense for you to shop at a place where like maybe a gallon of milk costs $20? No, it doesn't. It makes more sense to shop someplace where milk is still like $3 to $4. I would like someone to answer a question I have about Walmart. This part pisses me off about Walmart no matter what. Why build 20 or 30 checkouts if you only have 2 open? And of course, you have the self-checkout, but why so many and they are never going to be used? Now, my line of thinking is that they purposely do this to force people to wait in a line so that they are more tempted to buy one of these products near the cash register, like a piece of candy, beef jerky, whatever, mint, gum, whatever, just to increase the average cart value, right? That's my line of thinking, and it honestly ticks me off, to be frank, right? Because you see so many lines, and if it's even around the holidays, they still have so many lines closed. And you're like, what the hell are you guys doing not opening these lines? I've seen like 40 employees just walking around the store, and you still don't got these lines open. Why? It pisses me off. Let's see, tax write-offs. The availability to state that they could undairy process more but cannot have enough employed to make a profit. So they need the suggested loss to be compensated by taxpayers. Just good business. Interesting. What's even crazier, I don't know if they're doing this in every single area, but Walmart has started to basically go zero cash in terms of the self-checkout section, where they're pretty much just trying to do purely credit, right? Purely card, which is crazy to me that they're doing that in the self checkout thing. I'm like, wow, you guys are really going to do this. There's a lot of people that still only pay for things in cash, and yet they're trying to block that away, which is insane to me. But feel free to give your thoughts. If you want to learn how to get a debt, go down below and learn how I got a debt and grew my net worth.